not there. Just a sec there.
So my name is Alan Fischer. Just over 3.5 years ago, I set up KYOJIN'S Stew House using traditional Irish soups and stews as a doorway to share Irish culture. When I came to Japan, I graduated with my Masters in Marketing from Dublin City University, and at that time I remember thinking to myself, I just wanted some good standout experience. Quite often when Irish people travel abroad, they go to the safer countries that speak English. They don't take on the challenge of going somewhere like Japan or a non-English speaking country. So I wanted just to try to get some experience that would help differentiate my skill set a little bit. So I came to Japan, and my plan was to only stay 2 years. Little by little, that turned into 6.5 years. I was working with the same Japanese IT company. And I remember saying goodbye to about 30 or so family and friends, putting them on a train in Shinagawa station. And after my wedding, and my heart just broke. I remember walking home with tears streaming down my face. And I never felt so trapped in my life. A feeling of anxiety just came on. And it's like, is this my life now? Do I I'm married now? Do I have kids? Do I stay in this job and just live out my existence in this way? So I remember that night I was talking to my wife. I said, I don't want to do this. This is not my passion. I want to do something else. So I remember I got a bit of paper. I put my name in the middle of it, and I just wrote out all my options. Like Ireland, I could do this. To Japan, I could do this. And then little by little, I decided to open my own business. And based around my passions. I'm a passionate Irish person, so to share Irish culture with people here in Japan, that is the goal. And through the KYOJIN brand, I have in my mind to share Irish culture. And then how can we do that? I love cooking. I love Irish food. So the first initiative was KYOJIN'S Stew House.
Oh, hello! Alright, son, chef it is. Very hot today. Gonna be a jailbreak. We're gonna just get a nice colour on the lamb. That's been seasoned with salt and pepper, so we get that kind of nice flavour on the pan. And then we'll use that, we'll take that flavour off the pan with some onions and butter, make a roux, and that'll help thicken it up. And then we'll put in all our veg and herbs, and then we let that stew away for several hours on a low heat, constantly keeping an eye on it that nothing burns at the bottom because you've flour in there. And then once the lamb comes to get softer, you can add in the potatoes then.
What won me over about this area was my wife and I came here when we were still deciding. We walked along the Shotengai, and we just got a real feel for this area. It was such a welcoming, family-friendly feel. And the previous business had been here for 9 years. So we were thinking, well, at least if we can win over the local people in this area, we can stay open. But this is interesting, this location. And I think I was justified in my selection because I was right. This Shotengai community is fantastic, and they're so well. They've been so positive and helpful in terms of collaborating with me to have events out on the Shotengai. We have live music on the street many times. We have an outdoor Irish Ceilidh dance on Bunkanohi, the culture day every year in November. So I'm happy I chose Togoshi-Ginza. It's a great place. So if I was to go for dinner with my family, we'd go to many lovely restaurants in my hometown. But just coincidentally, they're pubs as well. That's unique to Ireland. That these are really, really nice restaurants and pubs. Unfortunately, Japan, that culture doesn't exist. So if you go to like an Irish pub, all you're going to find is fish and chips and the standard fare, the food that's there. It's more alcohol focused because this is not part of Japanese culture. It's more izakaya kind of style. So when I say localization, I want to take that idea good quality food that you see. Ireland is beautiful food, and take that and bring it to Japan. So that was the idea. So, but how do I localize that over here? And what is traditional Irish food? So straight away I was like, well, it's like your soups and stews, they're everywhere. Your seafood chowders, your Irish lamb stew, your beef and Guinness, your Dublin coddle, there's many of them. At the same time I went, oh wait a minute, there's a large franchise in Japan called Tokyo Soup Stock, which is funded by Mitsubishi, that do soups and stews. So maybe we can look at what they're doing and then use it as traditional Irish food. And that's where the core of our menu is traditional Irish soups and stews. And then you won't find another restaurant like this probably in the world, because the foods that we serve is what people have at home with their families. That's one thing. And then of course we have a script that our staff have to go through when customers come in, because as I mentioned, it's all about sharing Irish culture, and food is the doorway. I think that's very good. It's a very good match in Japan, because Japanese people are crazy about food. So when a customer walks in our door, we show them to their seat, and then we explain the menu, because it's new to them as well. And then once they've decided what they'll order, we have an explanation file, because everything on the wall has a display or a meaning and an explanation that goes along with it. For example, we have our top 5 recommendations of places to visit in Ireland, sightseeing spots. We have interesting people of Irish heritage. We've translated Celtic legend stories. So there's some interesting kind of nuggets and displays all around the shop. The general feeling that it's working is what keeps me going. This is not where I want it to be. This. If you told me, Alan, this is it. This is as far as KYOJI'N's Shoe House will go, I would probably give you the keys back right now, because I want so much more. Take that nothingness and have an idea and bring it into the world, and now see that it's working. There's still so much stuff to do, so much stuff we have to improve on, things I have to look at, to streamline. There's so much that still needs to be done, but I believe that the idea is working. Now I have to take it to the next level, and that is what really excites me and motivates me to move forward regarding KYOJI'N's Shoe House.